On the seventh day of Vlogmas, what does Sandy Mom have for you? Oh, Christmas tree, how lovely are your branches. I wanted to read something from the Bible, but it just disappeared, of course, because, that's the way things work for me, so let's see if I can find it. Not good. Not good at all. Where did you go? Well, I guess I have to start from the beginning. So, let's just start from the beginning. Okay, let's do this. I'm using 3 things. 2 broken phones. And another broken phone. Let's see if this works. See, I don't even know where I'm pointing because I'm looking down here where the words are. I'm looking here where I'm trying to film it. And I'm looking at the picture of Jesus. So it says, since I can't see, well, whatever it is. Que sera, sera. It's Luke 12, 22 and 23. It says, teach his followers not to worry. Teach his followers not to worry about basic needs. Food, clothing, sorry, my stomach's growling. Food, clothing, because life is more valuable than these things. And God, who cares for birds, will surely provide for his more precious children, emphasizing trust and seeking God's kingdom first over anxiety and survival. Worrying is pointless and futile, while trusting God brings peace, as he knows our needs better than we do ourselves. That's very true, isn't it? In verse 22, don't be anxious. Jesus directly tells his disciples to stop being anxious. He will provide all that we need, and that is true. And our part is to believe. And sometimes it's hard to do that. But all we can do is the best we can. So I wanted to share my week with you. And this reading here exactly matches my week, or was it a week and a half? I don't even remember. So try not to have anxiety over things. Believe in God that he will get us through. Like I say, I always say not a day goes by that God is good. And it is true. It may be a crappy day, but there's always something I can find where God is good. So this last week was unbelievably unbelievable. Some of you who've been around for a while know that my stove door kind of popped open a bit, so it's not closed all the way. And I tried this little trick that I saw on YouTube, and it says just put a washcloth on each side at the bottom and push on the door so it will close, and then push. Well, that never worked. So I took those out this week, and the distance that it was not closing was even farther, so it was open even more. But I thought, oh well, why not? That's what always happens. So then, one morning I heard this noise coming from the kitchen. I was in the bathroom, and I come, and it was coming from my fridge. I have a side-by-side fridge, and those who've been around know that the freezer part of my fridge broke, I don't know, 2-3 years ago already. And sorry if I'm repeating myself for the new people, but I want to catch everyone up to speed. So I have an illness called anhydrosis, which means I can't control my body heat. So when summer comes, I have to always have ice ice from me are these things I put in the freezer that freeze, and then you put them on your head or your forehead or the back of your neck or top of my feet or under my feet or behind my knees or wherever they can go. So it's very important for me to have a freezer. So I haven't had it, done the best I can. I was getting ice at the store and using that, and I don't want to say much more about that because I don't want to jinx myself. But anyhow, so I go in the kitchen and I hear this loud banging and just a terrible noise. So I sat there listening to it, and then of course I went on, ask Google and find out, what it could be. And also what I saw, because when the freezer was going, water was leaking out of the bottom. But this time it was oil that was leaking. Oil and a sound. So I looked it up, and basically the first words were, it's not worth getting fixed. It's anywhere from, I think it was, I want to say $1,500 to $2,000. I don't know, it was an outrageous amount. So I'm like, well, of course. And I had just that week, got some groceries because my husband of 25 years abandoned my son and I a few years ago, for those who don't know. And he's been giving me less and less money because he's having money issues. He doesn't know how to ration money. He doesn't feel he has to. He feels like he's a king and he can just do what he wants. So when he gets in a mess with his money, he gives me less. And that's what he's been doing lately. So much less that I barely can make my house payment, and my power bill went up, my water bill went up. Of course, we all know food went up. So anyhow, the fridge is done. It's done because the stuff is not being cold anymore. And how did I find that out? Because I drank something and it seemed kind of not as cold, but it wasn't, ice cold. I drank some milk and boy, was I sick. So that's done, so I'm trying to clean that out. Like I got some cans of ginger ale in there because I have very bad nausea, stress nausea. So I always try to keep some ginger ale or Sprite in the fridge, the little 7.5 cans and stuff, and I don't know what else. My puddings that I have to crush my medicine with, or just have puddings because I have to have my food pureed, and I've been losing weight according to several doctors because of my constant stress. So it doesn't matter how much I eat. As long as the stress continues, I'm going to lose weight, and I'm already thin to begin with. So I hope you see the correlation to what God said to his disciples, as if he was talking to me, because this was definitely meant for me. So then I'm dealing with this for the last few days, and, we have these reusable grocery store bags that we have to buy because we don't have those plastic bags anymore. I think in 2019 they took them away from us and made us buy bags. But anyhow, so I'm putting stuff in there, like I said, the little ginger ale bottles or cans and Sprite or 7-Up, whatever I have, and dividing, what goes there. Then I have bags of garbage, doing all that, and and then I heard a noise in the bathroom, and I'm like, I don't know, it just better be Santa Claus or somebody good in there. So I go in the bathroom, and the water is dripping in the sink. And it's not like dripping fast, but not slow either. But anyhow, it's climbing. It is climbing. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I'm trying to shut off, and it's the hot water. Everything's hot. Even the vanity is hot. This is an old house. It's about 60 years old, so it has the old style vanity. And there aren't any, drawers you open. It's just got 2 doors. But anyhow, the top part was hot. Everything was hot. So I'm trying to turn it, right is tight, that saying, and it's not turning. And then it almost feels like it might have been stripped where you can't even turn it off. I don't know. I know him, and those are new. You may think, oh, why do I keep saying these things about him? The stories I could tell if only I could tell, but whenever he did something, which was very rare, he did half you-know-what. So, like if he would strip something, like a screw or something on a faucet or something, he'd just jimmy rig it to make it stay together. So pretty sure that's what happened there. I'm sorry about this picture being crooked. I just can't do anything about it. But anyhow, so I keep trying to turn, and do I have any tools? No, I did, but they walked out the door. So I got this thing I have that has a gripper on it. I'm trying to turn it. Nope. So I scoop out the water, and I'm putting it in the toilet and flushing it. And, of course, it's the hot water, right? So then I go to Google again. Boy, have I visited Google quite a lot, you think. Google was something important to me. So I go to Google all the time because I've had to fix other things around the house that have all broken, all conveniently after he left. Of course, he did tell me he broke the washer and dryer for me on purpose. Isn't that just lovely? Isn't she lovely? Isn't she? I don't know. But anyhow, excuse me, my voice again at night. It gets hoarse. So anyhow, they say to go underneath. There's a shut-off valve. So of course underneath there's stuff. Mostly his use, like he uses a fancy schmancy body washes and the most expensive what's it called, shave cream, most expensive shavers, the electric or he had some whatever what used. He used to put it on the floor, but and he's been gone a while, but it's under there. So I'm trying to get to the thing. I have my phone I'm using as a light, and it looks like the thing that's on the, what's it called, toilet. I'm sure, well, maybe not, maybe a good life, but I'm sure pretty much someone has at one point or another had to turn on the, turn off the water in the toilet. I've had to do that where the toilet water starts going up real high. Oh, those I remember. Those are awful. You gotta hurry to get your water or else, I don't even want to talk about that one. But anyhow, so I saw that back there. I pushed all the stuff to the side and out, and I figured, well, tomorrow I'll have to clean that up. I really didn't look what was under there because I didn't put my stuff under there. I didn't realize he put his junk under there. But of course, just another reminder of the living you-know-what I was living with him. But anyhow, I saw it. I go to turn it. You turn it clockwise. Right is tight. And it's not turning. Then I saw another one, but it says, turn the one that's to the right of the sink. So that was the first one I did. So then I took that thing again, that grippy thing, to try to turn it. And the thing is, the vanity or whatever you want to call it that I have, it's got a thing in the middle, like so both doors, there's a right and left door, and a little thing in the middle. Well, the best way to get it would be to use my left arm. But sadly, my left arm is very injured. I can't tell you why, but it is. And there's no way I can move that in any position to be able to turn it. So I try with my right arm, and it just can't. I'm not a contortionist. So if I would have gone to the physical therapy like I should have back in, I don't know, was it February, March, April, I don't know, it wouldn't be hurting anymore. But he gets to go to the physical therapy 3 times a week for months on end. $50 a pop, $150 a week. And he goes to massage therapy, chiropractor, you name it, he does it. I wish I could have gone, but, you know, if you don't have the money, you can't go, because he keeps giving me less and less, so I'm there praying, how will I get up off the floor? Because, you know, as you get older, your knees get, you know, not feeling very good when you're on the floor. So I'm trying somehow to get that right arm in there so I could turn. I'm trying both. They don't work. Then I even took that left arm, and boy, am I going to be hurting tomorrow. But I tried as hard as I could to turn it whichever way. You know, this is like someone who's in their 20s or 30s who can do stuff like this. But oh well. I had to get the water off. So it didn't work. There was these other 2 things that went with it. It's got a can opener and a bottle opener. They're like, it's, I don't know how to describe it. It's plastic. But it didn't work. I tried all of those things. I know what I need, but I don't know what it's called. I don't have one. So I don't think to go waste money on one, because if the thing is stripped on top, now the bottom one, it wasn't moving at all, so I don't think that's stripped, but it could be, I think, corroded, or I don't remember the word they used when I looked it up on Google. I don't know why this picture is just, I can't hold my hand right. But anyhow, so maybe I'll get one of those things, tool things. I'll go look at Dollar Tree first, and I'll try there. But my worry is that if it goes over, the whole bathroom's going to be soaked, and it's going to go into the hallway, and that's going to be soaked, and there's rugs in there and everything. So I figured it out. It takes like 4 hours to fill up. So that's the time period. So I am still awake. It is, what time is it? I don't know. 6:30, 7 a.m., something between 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. So I've been staying awake and then taking a pot and dumping the water into the toilet so it doesn't flow over. Of course, I tried calling his father many times, texting him, voice texting, everything, and he's ignoring me because he could easily come over because, you know, an arm and a hand that can injure a woman as he does can certainly shut off a water shut-off. And I'm sure you may be thinking, well, why don't you go in the basement and do it? Well, because I wouldn't be able to get up. That's just too far from my knees. See, a lot of people, they get to get their knees fixed, operated on, whatever. But I can't because, you know, he's too busy buying gifts for everyone, trying to walk around like he's some millionaire bachelor and all, and screwing me on money. And please don't say anything to me cruel, okay? I got enough. I have enough with him and the stuff. If only I could tell you what he's doing. It's horrible. But anyhow, if he was giving me what he was before, I would have been able to. Well, I'd probably wait until Monday to call a plumber because I'm sure on the weekends it's more. But anyhow, there's something I'm not going to be able to fix. He could fix it. He knows how to fix everything. Plumbing, electrical, you name it. So, what I need to do is have that shut off. Not the whole water. Hopefully it can be shut off under the sink. Because, I mean, I still need water in the house and we need to be able to flush the toilet. So anyhow, that is, I don't know, I just looked, you know, in my, I don't know how to explain it, in the, when you look on the phone and these verses come up, and it was like, wow, God is good. That verse was very fitting to me. So if you ever have a bad day, read that. I think it was Luke 12, verses 22 and 23. Be sure you read it. It just, I don't know, it makes me feel good, even though I'm very tired and I don't know, I have to sleep. I haven't slept at all this week. I've been under so much stress, it's unbelievable. Trying to talk to the power company, the water company, oh yeah, the garbage company, let's not forget them. And many more things. But for now, this was my awful, awful week, and how it has to end on the Lord's Day like this about water. I do have to go to the store every day because I have to get milk. I have to have something in my stomach. Oh, there goes the fridge if you can hear it. I don't know. Let's listen. Well, I don't know if you can hear it, but there's the noise. Sometimes when it's done with this noise, it goes clunk, clunk, or I don't know what it does. So it's usually 9 minutes, it makes a noise, 9 minutes, no noise, 9 minutes, noise. Sort of like contractions. But it's horrible, and the oil's dripping out, and it's a terrible mess, and I am so tired. They have this Horizon milk, but it comes in a huge pack. It's not really that much money, but it's a lot of money compared to, how it used to be. But I don't know if I would like it. Well, I guess I'm going to have to like it because I can't take medicine with nothing in my stomach. So I'm going to have to go to the store. I don't know, within that time period that the water won't leak over the side and into the bathroom. And just probably get like vegetables that don't have to be refrigerated. Like potatoes, I think carrots have to be refrigerated. But, things that don't. But the thing is, with the oven door, you can't shut it, so I can't bake anything. Been waiting to do that pumpkin pie and the ooey gooey, whatever that thing is called, and everything else. So if I make things, I like to make enough to last a week, and then, I put it in the freezer that doesn't work, or the fridge that doesn't work now. So anyhow, I have to make things that can just be made and eaten then. So, I don't know. If you can keep me in your prayers, and as always, I keep you in mind, but just hear of my week I had, and let me know if it was fitting, the verse I read, the 2 verses I read. I hope you had a wonderful week. Tell me about your week. Did you have any hardships? Did you have a good week or a bad week? And as you can see, I'm not at 1,000 subs yet. Please, can you help me get to 1,000 so I can monetize my channel? I don't even know what you get. I don't even know if I could figure it out, but boy, I really need to monetize it very, very bad, because I'm going to have the sink fixed. And if I got to call a plumber to shut off the water, that is really terrible. I'm going to try again later on when the daylight comes. And it's been very bad here, the weather. We had really bad rain last week, cats and dogs, and then snow, quite a lot of snow. My snow brush was in the car, and the car wasn't opening, so I didn't get in my car. I think it was a whole week. Then I finally got in the car, but it was so frozen. So was the snow on the grass and on the driveway and on the walkway and everything. And I had my sneakers without the tread. I'm just saying, please God, don't let me fall. So I did the best I could, and that's when I finally got out, because I knew I had to get gas too, but I didn't get that. I had to get my medicine, and I got to go back Sunday, tomorrow, which will be today when you're watching this, hopefully. But anyhow, I just thought it was very fitting, the verse that I said. So please don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, put a comment down. Just say hi to me, anything. It helps the algorithm to put out my videos, which I need them put out to people so they will subscribe. I really do, and as I said, my tablet broke, so this does come out of the tablet. But there'll be a whole other video how I make that happen. It's so complicated, I'd have to figure out how to explain it. But anyhow, and I just was saying, after the fridge went, I was saying to myself, well, I guess everything's broke that can. Well, shouldn't have said that, shouldn't have put it out into the universe, because I guess there's more that could go wrong. And there you go. I got it. The sink. So for now, be kind to people. Pay it forward if you can. Be the reason someone smiles today. And as you're shopping and running around and getting this and that and making sure you got every last thing, Think of the reason for the season. It is the Christ child. And please remember that as you're rushing and hurrying and getting stressed out, because there's no reason to do that. The only reason would be if your whole house floods. Well, no, I don't think that will happen, but if your bathroom floods. But no, God says not to worry. Give it to Him. So, okay, God, this is yours. But don't worry, I'll be in there at 4 hours bailing the water from the sink into the toilet. No problem. It's not as if I'm exhausted enough. So anyhow, I hope you have a little humor at the end. I try to laugh about things so it doesn't seem that bad. So for now, have a wonderful Sunday. And thanks for watching. Tell your friends about my channel so they'll subscribe. Hugs to everyone. Bye for now.